Are you always wondering how I'm making these profits each and every day whenever I'm trading or whenever I set zones? The market respects most of my zones. In this video, I reveal the continuation trading setup that almost everyone ignores. And in this video, you'll learn the continuation setup that made me 26,000 US dollars in one day, how to identify continuation zones before the breakout, why most traders miss these opportunities, my live trade breakdown, entry and exit logic with the screenshots of how I took the trade, how to think like smart money and trade with confidence. Watch till the end. This could be the strategy that finally changes your trading results.
Want to trade like the pros? Join my free Telegram channel where I reveal the actual trades we've taken, the powerful strategies behind them, and the results that speak for themselves. It's also your direct gateway to my exclusive mentorship and VIP program, where traders are leveling up fast. Don't miss this chance to learn, grow, and win. Tap the link in the bio or description to join free today.
Without wasting much time, let's get started. First of all, understanding continuations is the key to success in trading. First of all, we know that the market moves in uptrends and downtrends and also consolidations. Now, what are continuations? Continuations are the continuous movements whenever the market is in one trend or the other. Now, let's say we are going in an uptrending market and we are heading to the higher highs by breaking the recent highs or the swing high. What I'll be doing is to wait for the market to come back, then I'll be taking my trades around here. Now, let's say the market is in an uptrend and the market is breaking higher highs. That means I'll be waiting for the market to come back to these zones and then I take my buy entries around here, then I go with the market. That's how we trade continuations. This is different from reversals. Reversals is when the market is changing the direction like you see here. Now, if the market is in a trend, we trade what we call continuations and we don't fight the trend. That means that if we are in an uptrend, we only take buy entries. And that means that if we're in a downtrend, we only take sell entries. Like you see, wait for the market to come back in our zones, then we take entries. So most people miss these zones and most people, they don't take these entries. And some of them, they misunderstand them with reversals and they think the market is changing maybe the direction at any point, but yet the market is continuing to the higher zones. Sometimes the market will do something like this. Let's say the market has been in an uptrend and the market does something like this, and yet you didn't know that the market is not breaking this structure. Now, what is going to happen now? First of all, the market might be coming to tap into this zone around here in order to continue to the higher highs. And this almost every time happen. And this is what is going to happen. The market will sweep all this internal liquidity. And then after sweeping that liquidity, the market does this. The market continues to the higher highs. Now, some people who will think that maybe the market is going to drop down, they will be waiting for the market around here. And then they'll take sell entries around here. Instead, they're going to lose a lot of money since they're going to be liquidated by the market. So what do we do to avoid that? First of all, we have to look at the clear zones and we have to watch out with the market's direction. And we have to understand where the market is going to. Now, the first thing you have to understand is all about following proper market structure. And this is going to really help you much. You can watch my past videos about market structure and you will understand what I'm talking about market structure. Let's go to the real chart and then you see what I'm talking about and what I mean. Now, first of all, we can see that this is gold market 15 minutes chart. And as we can see that the market was really heading up by breaking the higher highs until this happened. The market tried to change the direction around here and it left what we call external liquidity. And when the market came back like this, some people thought maybe the market is going to sell and they sold from here. Hence, they lost. But this is what happened. When the market came here, tapped into these zones around here and had to move to the higher highs. Now, this is what I'm talking about. After the market failing to break the higher high, the market tried again to drop down. Now, what are we looking at? We are looking at this trend now. We are no longer interested on the past, the other side. What is happening now on this trend? First of all, we can see that the market was dropping to the lower zones. Hence, the market had changed a direction around here. as you can see, this market had failed to break the recent high, and this is what happened. Here was a clear change of character, and the market was showing us that I'm interested in dropping down. Now, what are you going to be looking at? What we call zones that are going to be giving you entries for selling, because now we have turned into a downtrending market. Now, first of all, there is a zone here. Market missed this zone. After breaking here, market didn't come to this zone. Now, after doing that, the market broke here again, which was another break of structure around here. Now, this break of structure also was significant, and by breaking this low, the market retested back to this order block. Market gained more momentum of dropping, and then this is what happened. Again, market dropped for good. Now, this is really showing you that the market now is no longer interested in going to the higher highs. Now, to those in my VIP, when the market reached around here, I told them, you know what? I can see a strong bearish move. Now, we are no longer looking at buying because we had a zone here, and this zone gave us a few pips of 100 pips and then hit the BE, the half of entry. This is what I'm talking about. Sometimes you are fighting with the trend. Sometimes the market is not going to respect your zones depending on what the market is doing at the moment. So that's why you have to trade depending on what you're seeing at the moment in the market. This is why most of the times I always don't recommend people to set pending orders, because sometimes the market is going to change the direction. Imagine you set a pending order of buy here and you thought the market will come back, tap into this zone and then continues to the higher highs. And this is what happened. Market changed the direction. You are sleeping somewhere and then market hits you out. You see, now, why do we trade what we are seeing at the moment? It's because we can still catch that small entry and then we close or we set BE so that we can't be hit by the market. Now, this is what happened. Market dropped like this, and after dropping like this, I told my team that, you know what, we are no longer looking for buying entries. Now, by the time market reached here like this, I was waiting for this zone around here. I said, you know what, I'll be taking this zone. Why would I mark this zone as my sell entry? Make sure you stick around because I'll show you the screenshots soon of this trade that I took that gave me those profits. Now, why did I mark this zone around here? First of all, I'm seeing the power of the market dropping down. Second of all, I'm seeing the market trying to break this low around here. As you can see, it has broken already. After market breaking this, that means the market might come to this zone and might give us a trade to drop. If I'm seeing this, when the market is heavily doing some things, what you can see is that order blocks will be huge, more than what you think. Now, this order block was 100 pips. So you can't risk 100 pips for a trade because we are not scalpers. We are intraday traders because we follow what the market is doing in the day. Now, this is what happened. I saw this trade, the market coming to this zone. Then I waited for the market, but the market was too faster. When the market came to my zone around here, I had to drop down to 3 minutes to see what is really happening on the lower time frame. Now, this is what was happening. First of all, this trade needed what we call confidence to take it, because you couldn't take a trade which is looking like this. Now, imagine this zone is looking like as if it's consolidating. Market is breaking down and the market is breaking up. So you don't know where the direction of the market is. Only you are following what the market is giving you around here. And the momentum of the market is showing us that the market is in a downtrend. That's the bias. Now, look at this. Market swept liquidity around here and dropped like this. I had not entered in this trade already. So I was still watching what the market is doing. Now, this is what happened. Let me play it out and you see. Until I see something conk, that's when I have to take a trade. Now, I think you see what is happening around here. Now, I saw this zone as a zone of entry. This is what I did. After this market breaking this lower low around here, this is what I did. I think you can see there was a break of structure around here, which I can call a change of character still. And let me mark it as a change of character or internal change of character. And this was my zone to take a trade. So this is where I had to take a trade from. And
if you've been jumping from one free strategy to another and still can't find consistency, it's time to change how you learn. I've created an advanced mentorship at skillsfxuniversity.com, built for traders who want real mastery, not recycled content. Inside, I show you exactly how I break down the markets, catch precise entries, and grow consistent results, without indicators or guesswork. And here's the game changer. When you join the Profit Accelerator, you get a free $10,000 funded account. When you join the Mastermind Access class, you receive a free $100,000 funded account. No extra fees. This is for serious traders only. Tap the link in my bio or check the description below to get started today. Let's build your breakthrough.
I had to take an entry from that zone, then I had to drop with the market. So I took an entry from this zone around here. Let me mark it short. Now, I think you can see how I minimized the risk. First of all, these were 40 pips in risk. I'm risking 40 pips. As you can see on this zone, my stop loss was 41 pips. And now I was focused on the lower zones down. Let's go back to 15 minutes chart and I show you what I did. I was focused on the lower zones down. I was focused on this lower zone around here. I knew that anytime the market may be, at any point, the market might come and sweep this liquidity around here after tapping into this order block, and then market goes a little bit up. Now, this is why I targeted this. And these were 635 pips in profits. And then this is what I did. I waited for the market. Now, I think you see when the market tapped into this zone, into this area, this is what happened. I think you can see what happened. The market swept liquidity like I thought, with me, like a pro trader, of course, and then market moved. Now, let's see how many pips the market did move from this zone to this. Let's see how many pips the market did move from that zone to that. Let's maybe start from where I ended up to here. It moved around 280, 84 pips. Now, do you see what I thought about? And then I closed my trade. Of course, I had closed my trade and I was out already with my 26,000 USDs. Now, these trades, most of the times, people fear to take what we call continuations, thinking that maybe the market is going to break them out. Now, someone who was to be here thought, because many people are taking buy trades, they were thinking that maybe the market is going to continue up. Many traders were thinking the market, since the market had broken earlier on these zones around here, they thought the market is going to continue to the higher zones. And me, I saw an opportunity of dropping. Though this trade was faster, those in my classes, they already saw this trade and they took it, and this is how I made profits. I think you can see, those are my screenshots. You can see the screenshots of how I took this trade and profits I made in this trade. You can do this too. So all you need is to learn the real learning, the real understanding of the market. You understand what is the story behind the market and what the market is telling you. Then I'm sure this is really going to work for you. All right, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and also comment to this video so that you can't miss more teaching videos that you're going to find on my channel.